Hey guys, Exoticc here. Welcome to a beginner's guide on how to use Jett in Valorant. Let's get right into the video. So the first thing you want to do is you want to actually look at the description of Jett's abilities. So first we're going to look at Cloudburst. The Cloudburst instantly throws a projectile that expands into a brief vision blocking cloud on impact with a surface. Hold the ability key to curve the smoke in the direction of your crosshair. So what this means is when you hold the ability key, it throws this. As you guys know, when you tap it, it throws this. If you hold it, however, and you look to the right, as an example,
blocking sight,
you can see it traveled to the right. This is good for, say, there's an enemy behind cover. So say I go over here. Say I want to go over here, but there's an enemy here, right? Instead of me walking and then throwing it, which of course is going to get me hit, I can actually do this. There we go. And then that allows me to walk through. Now, it also works going over walls. So I look straight down and it landed right here. Now, it doesn't last forever. I'll show you how long it lasts for.
blocking sight,
As you can see, it lasts for a decent amount of
blocking
time.
sight,
And it does follow where your crosshair goes. So that ability, there's not much to talk about with that. It's just very useful for getting into decent positions and for flanking enemies sometimes. The next ability is her updrift. It instantly propels Jett high into the air. So this is what it looks like. It pretty much just launches her into the air. Now this can be good for getting up on high spots, so let's see. I'll use this as an example. Now, I had to use it twice because it was too high, but this is a very good example of how to use like her ability in game. So say there is an enemy, I don't know, let's see. Say there's an enemy down, maybe at this corner. And instead of me wanting to push around like this, I can safely do it by propelling myself, getting a decent high ground and a good angle on him instead of actually being same level with him, because he may not expect it. Now he will hear you, so he may look up, but just make sure that, for example, if there is a little bit of cover where he can't really see you, like this for example, go into that little corner and then peek. So there's not much to talk about with this ability either, but it can be combined with her next ability that we're going to talk about. Her next ability is her Tailwind. Instantly propel Jett in the direction she is moving. If Jett is standing still, she will propel forward. So this is what the ability looks like. So this is very good for dodging enemy bullets. So say there is an enemy, I don't know, let's see. Say you're here and there is an enemy right in front of you, right? Say I'm peeking a little bit, like say I'm over peeking, right? Say I'm over peeking, like this. And I'm trying to hit the enemy. If the enemy starts getting shots at me and I get really low, I can just dash back into the corner. Because if I try to move back into the corner, he's very likely to kill me, because in this game, you move really slow when enemies hit you. So that's what's really good about Jett's dash. You can dash left, right, forward, backwards. So it's good for multiple situations, and it can also be combined with her updrift, for example. It can be really good for, say you're up here and you want to get somewhere where you can't reach. So for example, I can't reach this, so I need to dash myself forward. It's really good for doing things like that, but it is also good for dodging enemy bullets or getting into a safe spot. So if there's an enemy right there trying to peek me and I'm like right here, I can dash right in. Oh, that was a fail. I can dash right in. The next ability we're going to talk about is her ult, which is Blade Storm. Equip a set of highly accurate throwing knives that recharge on killing an opponent. Fire to throw a single knife at your target. Alternative fire, which is right click to throw all remaining daggers at your target. So if we equip her ult, this is her ult, this is what it looks like. When we throw one of these knives at an enemy, 3 hits to the body if an enemy is 50 shield, 1 to the head, 3 3 to the leg, or 2s. If you right click, however, it will use all her knives at the same time, but if you kill that enemy, it'll give you all your knives back. So it's really good for, say there's 2 enemies. It'll actually go through one enemy and go into the other. So it only works on 2 players. It's very hard to be accurate with her ult. If you are accurate with it, then you'll definitely be able to use this ability fairly well combined with her other abilities. So say you use her ult, you throw a smoke, say there's an enemy right there, throw a smoke, dash, it's perfect. And even when you're moving, it's the same accuracy, so it does not matter if you are moving. So in this game, you have to be either holding shift or standing still or crouching to be accurate. But with her ult doesn't actually require you to be like that. You can literally move freely and it'll still be as accurate. Which is something that I really like about the ult, is that it's still a little bit still accurate. And I like the way you can combine multiple of her abilities. Like so. She's definitely one of my favorite agents in Valorant because of her abilities, and you can play a very aggressive playstyle with her her smoke sort of thing, like her orb, combined with her dash, her updrift, her ult. One thing I like to do is I really like to do this, where you equip her ult, dash up, you use your updrift, and then you start throwing your knives at enemies. That's one thing that I really like to do. Or leave a like down below and let me know if this helped. And if you want more guides like this, leave a comment down below, and I really appreciate the support. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.